So the Bitcoin halving just happened, and I think right now is one of the most exciting times for the alts market. And the reason is because a lot of people are actually investing into alts as they do with Bitcoin at the same time. So this means both of the markets are going up, and this is not what usually happens. So what I'm going to do is discuss the reason people are doing this, and also give you my top picks of the projects which I think have the biggest potential, and some of them even people say might take over Bitcoin, even though that's almost impossible. You never ever know. So sit back, have a beer, have a coffee, and enjoy this video about the alts market. So to start things off, I think I want to discuss one of the most important and one of the most exciting altcoins out there, and that is Tezos. Now, Tezos is a competitor to the Ethereum smart contracts blockchain, but they also did mention they're trying to compete with Bitcoin, although personally, I don't really see how. Now, in regards to their sort of vision and what they're doing, I'm looking at it right now. The return of investment is 460%. As of this day, which is the 17th of the 5th, 2020, which is absolutely crazy. They have been blowing up, and they are doing things better than Ethereum. So this is what they're doing. They're allowing development within the platform by giving writing votes to coin holders. So this is an extremely important thing within the blockchain industry. It's when a company doesn't restrict the development of its blockchain. So that's where Ethereum has been slacking, and that's why we're seeing Ethereum 2.0 even being delayed now. And it's how many years has it been since we've seen a development into Ethereum? So they use their own chain governments. So as I mentioned, they allow people to vote. They focus on not creating hard forks, but actually doing developments within the blockchain. So the way it's going to work, as a developer, you're going to be able to apply for these new developments, and then the community is going to vote for them. And what the best thing about this is that the developer is going to get paid to do this. So they don't need to reach out to third parties or to the team basically to get funding. The community will be able to approve funding for this. So this is extremely exciting for developers, and so many developers right now as we speak are moving towards Tezos, and a lot of companies are choosing Tezos as their smart contract provider. They have a delegated proof of stake system, so you can earn the tokens through virtual mining. So it's a proof of stake essentially type of blockchain. So it's not proof of work, it saves electricity, and proof of stake is the future. Let's have a look at these systems, for example. In my opinion, one of the best proof of stake blockchains out there, and Tezos is trying to compete on the same level basically. So it's really exciting stuff. Just sort of some figures for yourself. As I mentioned, 460% up. It's currently 2.6 USD, and even though I'm not giving financial advice, it's so cheap right now. Like, it's better than Ethereum, and people are moving from Ethereum to it. And have a look at the price of Ethereum at the moment. I think that should say it all to you. In 1 year, its market cap went from 1 to 1.3 billion. That's right, you heard me right, 1.3 billion in 1 year market cap. Its ICO in 2018, which is probably one of the hardest years to raise funding from an ICO, it raised $232 million, which I think was a record-breaking ICO. As far as I know, I think it was. So look, Tezos is extremely exciting. It's just everything that Ethereum really needs to be. That's what it is. So it's definitely one to keep an eye out for. Now let's move on to the next two. So the next project we want to be discussing is Chainlink. I know a lot of you know about Chainlink, but here are the reasons as to why you should really be interested in the project. So it's a decentralized network of oracles, and the oracles act as a bridge between blockchain technology and non-blockchain companies, and allows people to transfer data and for them to work together. Around 80% of smart contracts at the moment need real world data, which is non-blockchain data. So what they're doing is is if they're actually solving a huge problem, and they at the moment have only one competitor called Mobius. So Chainlink is a revolutionary project which we all need, and this is one of the reasons they've been so successful as of recent, since they've actually launched. They're also doing partnerships, and for a project which connects blockchains and non-blockchain projects all together, they really do need the right partnerships. As of recent, they've partnered with Tezos, which we will discuss in this video also. They've partnered with Swift, with OneChain, with GoChain, and there's a couple other more great companies which are working with them to develop their vision. And their vision is actually focusing on, as I said, blockchain connectivity. It's focusing on payments and user data. These are the three main things which are picked out from their sort of vision and what they want to focus on bringing into the blockchain industry. At the end of the day, if you think of a blockchain itself, not just this Chainlink or Ethereum blockchain, just any blockchain, it's a competitor of database. So database technology, and this is what they're just bridging all these little gaps, and this is a lot of people know that they're doing the right thing. So it's definitely one you should keep an eye out for. It's a token based on the Ethereum network, and as far as I know, they're looking to actually create their own blockchain, and that is going to be really interesting. So if you're holding some tokens when they do that, yeah, that's the price can be yeah. Let's not talk about pricing on this channel. So the main thing and everyone's concern was the security when transferring data to the blockchain and vice versa. That's when security issues happen, and they got that covered also. So they're doing something called threshold signatures, which require multiple signatures when data is being transferred, and that creates enough security for them to feel confident that there won't be any breaches. Of course, never say never, but it seems like the team know exactly what they're doing. They're making the right partnerships. They got the security sorted out. Their technology is solving real problems. The only setback, and I think this is a huge setback actually, the use cases for the actual token are far and few from, there isn't really any use cases, and it's what the community makes from it. There are some, but it's not a solid use case basically. So that's something to look into and to develop. If you think I'm wrong, let me know down below. But that's it for Chainlink. Let's move on to the next one. So the final coin which I'm going to be picking, and I know many of you say no, it's not an alt, and I agree, it's not an alt, it's a standalone coin. And it is a competitor to Tezos. It's Ethereum. And the reason I'm choosing Ethereum might be a little bit of a surprise. And it's just simply because it's so dominant at the moment. And Vitaly is so in your face at the moment. He is a really smart guy. He's really involved in the blockchain industry. And what he's doing is he's understanding that the ICO space is pretty dead at the moment, and this is why Ethereum found so much success. A lot of companies created ERC20 tokens and ICOs and sold them for Ethereum. So Ethereum was in extremely high demand, and also you need to pay to create the smart contract. So the amount of money going into the company was extremely huge. Now, as ICOs are finished, what Ethereum needs is scalability, and it needs a new development, a new path, and this is exactly what Vitaly is focusing on. Now, what's happened is Vitaly is creating Ethereum 2.0, so that doesn't mean there's going to be a hard fork. It doesn't mean there's going to be a new coin. It's still going to be the same coin, but it's going to be an addition to the current blockchain. So it's going to allow more scalability, it's going to allow more development with other projects, and it's going to allow them to interface with the current world technology. So something along the lines of what Tezos is doing. But the thing about Ethereum, its market cap is so high. There's a lot of people there's a lot of whales within the community, much more whales than Tezos. So the hype and the news have extremely high potential of driving the price up. So this video is more about investment and by looking at the technology, I'm making informed decisions on what projects to invest. So Ethereum, the way I'm looking at my investment into Ethereum is that there are a lot of people already involved, and when people see some news and some hype and Ethereum 2.0 launches, there is going to be a rise in price. I'm almost sure of it. Of course, I'm going to repeat myself. This is not financial advice. Don't take it as such. But in my personal opinion, and I'm sure many of you will agree, that is going to be the situation. So for Ethereum, it's a very short one. I would suggest you reading into Vitaly. He has a speech on YouTube. I'll leave the link down below so you can check it out. He discusses 2.0. The problem is it's been delayed. It was supposed to actually launch next month, I believe, but it's been delayed. Maybe some bugs or some issues. So keep an eye out for that. There has been a drop in Ethereum due to this delay. So possibly a good buy at the moment. I don't know. But look, that's it for my altcoin market. Let me know which alts you like. And also let me know what you think about my opinions of the alts I've chosen. But that's it for today. It has been Crypto Beast. Thank you very much for joining. If you're here at the end of the video, do click that subscribe button. I'm 40 subscribers away from reaching 2,000 and it would mean so much to me. So thank you very much. All the best. Bye-bye.